What's up, everyone? Eli here, and sort of Louie. He's helping out. I'm back for another review. Got another promo from Transcending Obscurity Records. Today we're going to be talking about the new album from Godless Truth, titled Godless Truth, self-titled album. So Godless Truth started way back in '94. They're from Czechia. I think in '94 they were still the Czech Republic. But anyway, band out of Czechia. This is their fifth album. First album since 2004, so it's been almost 20 years. I will admit I'm not super familiar with the band. I have not heard their earlier work. So they are a well-respected band in the brutal and technical death metal realms, having done splits with bands like Devourment, Vomit Remnants, Fuck the Facts. I gotta say, while this isn't really my type of music, not really my type of death metal, I did enjoy this. I pretty much enjoyed it. As soon as I hit play, the album just starts off with just crushing, brutal death, kind of technical riffing, some really cool vocals that I gotta say they kind of reminded me of Frank Mullen from Suffocation. That level of deepness with some kind of high screams peppered in, which I'm not really a fan of that. Personally, if they had just stuck to the low vocals, I would have been happy with that. The high screams, not really my thing, but that's not to say that they weren't done well. And as the album progresses, there were some unexpected twists. I just kind of I don't know. I kind of expected a more stock brutal death metal album, and you definitely get more than that here. There are some nice like prog metal kind of melodic guitar soloing sections. I think in track 2, if I remember correctly. The first track just kind of punches your face in. This album is much more technical than I expected, but it's never too technical, and I can't stress that point enough. While I do like some technical death metal, when it's overdone, I just get bewildered and I lose interest pretty quick. The third track actually is kind of I'm going to backpedal a little bit here. The third track was actually kind of like a somber sounding interlude, which is another thing I didn't really expect. Clearly put here for atmosphere, which is something that that I don't normally hear on albums like this. And it was kind of a nice break. It let the brutal stuff kind of breathe a little bit, kind of gave you a little bit of just a little bit of serenity. Fourth song kicks in, and it's just back to just pure brutality. I do have to say though, throughout most of this album, if not the entire album, there's a kind of an underlying melody in the songwriting that I think sets this band apart from other brutal death metal bands and technical death metal bands as well. That melody, usually in the guitar riffing, kind of it just seemed kind of unique to me. I would think that fans of Dying Fetus and Suffocation, if you're a fan of bands like that, I think you can easily get into this. But I also think that like fans of, I'm not going to name any bands specifically, none that I can think of, but fans of like progressive death metal, technical death metal, I think you might want to check this out because, like I said, it is technical. But I honestly, throughout the entirety of the album, I never really felt like it was overdone. I never felt overwhelmed. And I do like some technicality in music when it's done well, and I feel like here it was done very well. I didn't feel like this was a challenging listen. The songs breathe. I just never felt. I never felt annoyed or overwhelmed. I think I've kind of made my point. So fans of like I said, Dying Fetus, Suffocation, but also later era death, if you like the more proggy death stuff, which I certainly do, and even like I haven't heard this band for a long time, but the Canadian band Beneath the Massacre, if you're into stuff like that, I think this is definitely tailor made for you. This band isn't like all other bands in the brutal and technical death metal category. Like I said, there's kind of like an underlying level of sophistication to their songwriting. I just feel like it kind of sets them just a little bit apart. There is some technical noodling here, but that comes with the territory. I don't think they're ever really too self-indulgent in that kind of thing. So anyways, if any of that sounds good to you, check out Godless Truth. Check out this new album. It comes out on March 4th, I believe. Knowing Transcending Obscurity, it'll be on CD. It'll be on vinyl. They'll have some cool packages. They'll have T-shirts, all the cool goodies. To be honest, now I'm getting kind of a lot of promos from Transcending Obscurity. I think I'll stop probably trying to review stuff like tech death and brutal death and modern death metal. I'll probably just stick to stuff that's more my cup of tea. Anyways, I gave this album a couple listens, and while it wasn't really my my type of thing, I did enjoy it, and I wanted to, give this review, give it my best shot. So check out Godless Truth, check out Transcending Obscurity Records. It's a great death metal label out of India. And anyways, that's all I got for now. But cheers, guys. We'll talk soon.